I've set up the context, the backstory, the exposition of how much I'd rather be aimlessly sitting here, aimlessly playing a daft game, or just wandering around my room, than rather seeing another Michael Bay film. Then why am I going to see Transformers Dark of Moon? You might as well just call it Dark of Moon, because even with the title still makes no sense without the word side. But then why am I going to see it? It's the reason why I go and see Harry Potter films. I need to see it to the very end. I've seen the first two awful Transformers films, and now I need to see the third one. Proving that I am seeing the film tonight. So here is the real question. I've heard no reviews for Transformers as of yet, but I have heard some better things about Transformers 3, which is really hard to believe. So here's the real question when I come back. Am I going to say this was a watchable Michael Bay film, or am I going to say it's another Michael Bay film? And in my mind, a watchable Michael Bay film and another Michael Bay film is still bad. Let's just go and see. Just wait. And wait again. That's better. No 3D for me. Was there any glimmer of hope that I would be seeing a good movie just now? The answer would be no. I just saw the single worst film of this year. We shall say two positive things of Dark of Moon. It's not as relentlessly headache-inducing in the sense that I didn't get a headache when I walked out with this 2.5-hour mess, and Michael Bay's action scenes direction, that extra bit coherent. Apart from that, I have nothing to say that is good about this film. Not one single thing. I felt that I needed to conjure up something when I was watching this film, and I conjured up the scene from King Kong when Adrian Brody finally tells Jack Black what the script is. It's 15 pages long. That's not enough to work with, and with 15 pages, which is what it seems like Transformers Dark of Moon went on, I would say that it involves a hell of a lot of plot holes. You are trying to tell me that I'm supposed to somehow believe in its own Transformers way and take seriously, maybe not take seriously, but be able to get into the film and understand its logic, and you're trying to make me believe that the first man that landed on the moon was there looking for Transformers. But it's not just the script that's the problem, it's the acting, it's the dialogue from the script, and it's the fact that Michael Bay actually isn't using that much action in the film. And the problem with that is, even with the action being so unrelentingly dull from start to finish, when it actually only starts in the middle, actually after the middle, the fact that if you wanted to create an action film which, you know, built you up for the action by the end, you want to build it around characters and dramatic arcs which are interesting and entertaining for a summer blockbuster. Star Trek was able to do that. Transformers never, ever will be able to do that. Some people have gotten in quite a happy mood with Michael Bay that he's actually admitted how awful Avenger the Falling actually was. And I can actually say that he said he would get rid of the dorky humour. And he has, in the sense that he's gotten rid of those two awful, discriminating, stereotypical mudflap and skids. I think that's what they were called. But he hasn't got rid of the humour. Oh no, the humour is still full on dorky and annoying and really, really unfunny. And then we get on to the acting, which I never usually point out because I never have to complain about it half the time when I go and see a film. But we have Megan Fox's replacement, Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, who is there to look ridiculously good looking. And if she's there to look ridiculously good looking, then that's all she's there for, and she plays it perfectly. All in damsel in distress, and not a single mark on that white, pretty little dress. And then we have Shia LaBeouf shouting for 2.5 hours, and then complaining to Frances McDormand that he can't see Bumblebee. That's his character arc. And then we've got everyone who's ever been in a Michael Bay film before, and then we have a hammed up John Malkovich, which isn't even funny. Why did he sign up for something that he knew was garbage. So let's see, that's 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. So we have a traditional Michael Bay film, not even a watchable one. Special effects are the same. The technique behind it might be quite interesting. So this is an interestingly made film with coherent action scenes and gives you no headaches like Transformers 2. Yeah, that's about it. So we have ill-fated stereotypes, once again, ill-fated humour, once again, and notoriously terrible action scenes from Michael Bay. Maybe I'm overreacting, I don't like the Transformers films, but that's kind of the problem. Going into a film like this, knowing you're gonna hate it, that's not what a summer blockbuster used to be like. And I kind of blame the first Transformers for this decline in summer entertainment, because it's shown how much money to studios they can make from utter garbage. So if you want to be bored for 2.5 hours in senseless, mindless, hollow action scenes, enjoy, because you're going to get a Braveheart speech in this one. For Freedom by Optimus Prime. You know what I would recommend? I would recommend that you play Transformers War for Cybertron. It's £15 in Asda, it's very cheap, and it's much more fun. And guess what? For the first 10 minutes, it uses the entire introduction to this game.